Team List Tuesday, and the big news is that Jai Gray makes a welcome return from injury from that syndesmosis nasty injury he copped a while back, and just in time for when Trell Mitt is out playing Origin. And congrats to Trell and also Cam Murray. The Rabbits to the rescue there. Madge has brought in the two superstar Rabbitohs into the starting lineup, and Origin 2 is going to be a big game. But yes, Jai Gray's back at fullback. And the other big news is that he's going to be joined by his good mate, Queenslander Liam LeBlanc, has been named on the bench to make his NRL debut. So congratulations, Liam. And he is set to become Rabbitoh 1200. So a nice even number there and a great opportunity for the young fella. I had a suspicion that they were both going to be in because I had a look at training yesterday, and I'll just turn that down. And I'm just getting the live chat up. I had a look at training yesterday, and out on the field was Liam and Jai. Now there's Liam in the red shirt next to Tommy. Tommy in the 41 there, and he's got Jai next to him there. That's the biggest bloke in the team and the smallest bloke. And there's Liam in the 76 next to him. So I did have an idea that they were going to be selected. And also Thomas Fletcher there on the right in 66. He's back as well in the flag. So we've got a bit to get through here. But, yeah, it was... and there's Blonky behind AJ there, just looking over at the camera. So congrats to you, mate. And we've got some live chatters here. Michelle Cheney, she said, hi, Steve. Hello to you. And Dar D said, hello, Mavo. Let's get amongst it. Have a lovely evening. And Matt Dixon said, yeah, he's talking about Origin. And Nicky Bird, father of Thomas, has said, looking forward to coming down for Liam's debut and Tommy's return from injury joining the flag team. There you go. And PC's joined us. He said, hi, Mavo and all. So, Blonky, he came down. There was a trio from Queensland. Jai Gray, Liam LeBlanc, and Hazen Mellors. And all three got huge raps on them, and you can see why with Jai Gray. And hopefully you're going to find out with Liam. He's a tough, skillful young player, and also Hazen Mellors has got a big future as well. He's just had a few injury worries. So if you don't know who Blonky is, just have a look at this. I'm going to put this up, but this is an exclusive little vid I put together with former coach JD talking over the top.
He's running around, he's got a lot of energy, he feels great, and I'm looking forward to seeing Liam go. He's a great kid. You know, we know what he's capable of, and it's good that he can finally get out there and start showing it.
Well, he's got so much ability, and we just want to see him get on the field and show us all what he can do.
Yeah, and as he does. It's been no more frustrating for anyone than him, no doubt, but he's a great competitor, he's a tough kid, and he's a pleasure to have around the place. I know the players are really excited that he's getting back on the field.
So a very popular young member of the team is Liam, and it's just a great story that, you know, Cameron Murray was straight into the starting lineup for the Blues, and Liam's been on the extended bench the last few weeks. He's been playing a bit of flag and a bit of cup, but now he's got his opportunity. And I remember a couple of years back we spoke to Joe O'Callaghan about Liam, and he said, we see him as like a young Jai Arrow at the same age. You know, he's that sort of toughness in him and can score a try. Really good defender, and, you know, looking forward to seeing him get out there. Now, this is Steve Maven. I'm Rabbitoh 757, and I just worked out that there's been 443 Rabbitohs since I made my debut in 87, and the next one's going to be, or 443rd will be Liam when he runs out and becomes Rabbitoh 1200. We've also been joined here by David Gardner. He said, hi, Mavo. Good team. Good to see Jai back at fullback. Yes, it is. Ned Kelly's in there. He said, afternoon, Mavo and chat. I've got the chat up here in front of me. Carlix said 8 points, 80 minutes away. So there you go. The 8-point plan is going to happen if we get this 2 points, because, you know, that'll be 6, then the bye 2. And then we're rolling into after the bye against the Eels with heaps of confidence. Back at full strength, as long as, you know, Cam and Trell go through Origin all right, and will be humming. So that's awesome. Wes Harriet's joined us. Hello, Wes. And he said, any news on the Tyrone Munro? Start that again. Any news on the Tyrone Munro injury? No, mate, unfortunately not. I'm going to be at the Captain's Run Live on Friday, and if I get a chance to speak to him, I will. I might even ask Coach Ben Hornby if I get a chance how far he is away. I mean, he had another operation, I believe, on his clavicle, also known as the collarbone, and you know it was a nasty injury. He came back too early, so it would be great to see him back. But we're going to have a look at the team, and I'm just going to go through it now. And this graphic was just put up by the Rabbitohs, and this is a picture of Thomas Burgess drawn by Levi Proctor, who was 11 years old. So he's done well there. So Jai Gray at the back, AJ, Alex Johnston, and Gagai on the wings. Same centres, Tane Milne and Richie Kenner. The same halves, Jack Whiten and Cody Walker, who will be captain. Davey Mawali and Kepi in the front row. Cookie at hooker. Cheek Cam and Arrow in the second row. And that's good news that Jai is playing. He went down late in the game on the weekend. It was a bit of a worry. Keon at lock again in the middle. Beautiful. Mamazelos, Tallis Duncan, Thomas Burgess and Liam LeBlanc in the 17. It's exciting. 18th man, Dion Tiapa. Chase Chapman, 19. Adam Christensen in the 20. Bailey Bentley Harpe and Gamet Shibasaki's back down from the Townsville Blackhawks as cover. So I don't know what's going to happen there. We're just talking about who we've signed. We've got a halfback coming called Lewis Dodd next year, but we'll worry about that next year. So it's going to be a Rabbitohs triple header. And here it is here. So Super Saturday, round 16 out there at Accor Stadium. Gates open at 3:15 a.m., 3:15 p.m., sorry, getting excited. And there's my graphic. And the three grades, the Fleg, the Cup at 5:10, and then the NRL at 7:35. So 3 reasons to go. It should be like that more often. And we've had a bit of chatter on this post on a few of the different socials. And 3 grades, bring it back, the NRL. You want people to go to the game and give them a reason, give them 3 games to go and watch, all the young stars coming through. And I'm going to go through those teams in a minute. But, you know, I just don't know why they don't do it more often. Now, it is Junior Appreciation Day, and my Botany Rams, I'm going to give them a shout out. There they are. The mighty Botany Rams, the under-20s are leading the comp. Keep going, boys. Well done. And so I've just released my article on bunniestv.au. Please go and have a look at that. Bookmark the website. And it is Junior Appreciation Round, and round 16 is paying tribute to all the junior participants in the game of rugby league, as well as the club's junior members. Kids can go free to this game, with every adult ticket purchase giving entry to one child free of charge. So kids get in for free. And not only that, it's a junior fan fest outside Gates J&K. They can collect their free adventure passport and collect stamps by taking part in heaps of free activities, including face painting, footy clinics, an inflatable obstacle course, and much more. Players from the South Sydney Junior Clubs will take part in a march past pre-game, and our junior MCs will take you through all the pre-game and halftime entertainment. So there you go. Not only is it a triple header, but kids getting in for free. So plenty of reasons to go to the footy. I've been joined by Darren Finlay, and he said, who's going to be the goal kicker? Walker, I would think. Well, yeah, good question. I think, well, Jai Gray kicks goals. So maybe the little fella will take the reins. We shall see. That's an interesting question. So maybe I'll ask Coach Hornby that on Friday as well. And Dodie said maybe a shootout, the kicker, Rabbitohs and Saints and Para. Yeah, so interesting question, that one. So I did mention Damien Cook before. There's been a bit of talk about Cookie given permission to talk to other clubs. The Saints have made him an offer. And then today it came out that the Chooks are interested because they might be losing Brandon Smith. So, I hope that doesn't happen. The club's come out and said it's rubbish. We want to keep him. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But I do know that Cookie said he wants to stay. Manly are in a $6 million hole. So they've got all their origin stars out and they've been ravaged by injury. Now, I just had a look at their team. They have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players have come in. They've lost 5 players. Cherry Evans, Ola Kawatu, Jake Drabojevic, Ruben Garrick and Paseka. But then they've brought all these other blokes in. So it's a bit of a dog's breakfast, the Manly team. But, we've got a couple of our best players out as well. And we're still going to have to be at our best out there at Accor Stadium. We do play good out there, as you know. Alex Johnston, it's his hunting ground. And we're going to be it's going to be a huge game out there at our home ground. I also just put out today Kempy's article, Josh Kemp from the Borough, and there he is after the win last week, and he wrote a great article about the win we had the other day and against the Bronx, and he had a good time. There's all smiling faces there, but he really does write good recaps for my website, bunniestv.au. His observations of the game are as good as anyone's, so go and have a read of his article, and he's noticing a bit of a change in the boys. And one thing that Kempy did notice was when I was talking about the Jacob Gagai chase on Ezra Mam, and he dragged him down. But who else was there? AJ to clean it up, picked up the loose ball and went away. So both our wingers shown that sort of commitment, which probably wasn't there, earlier on in the season. So if you're going to the game, please do, because I'm going to be out there. Take your photos and videos, send them through to Bunnies TV, and I will share them. And I'll tag you, or just tag me on your socials, and I'll reshare them. So the Silvertails had the last week's game won. That's what Dardee said. Yeah, they did. So they still got it done with no one on the bench. So we're going to have to be at our best. They're running 8th, and we're 14th. So they are entitled to be the favourites. Although I haven't looked at the betting, but the way we're going, you wouldn't want to be playing us because we are playing with that sort of enthusiasm that we're going to be hard to beat. It's next man up mentality. So a huge Super Saturday coming up. We will move on to what else is on this weekend. So the New South Wales Cup, they are placed 11th, and they're playing the Blacktown Workers Seagulls, who sit 8th on the ladder. And a new face in the Rabbitohs team on the bench is Mr. Gordon Whippy, Mr. Whippy. I'm not aware of where he's come from, but looking forward to seeing him coming off the bench. And in the flag, which is the first game, like I said earlier, Thomas Fletcher returns from injury in the second row. Drew Williams is back in the starting side after he came back on the bench last week, so that's a big in for them. And I did put up a try that Dane Town scored off a Bailey Smith chip over the top. Now, Bailey Smith, he's a SG ball player. He's come into the flag side, and since he's come in, I think Coach Tippy must be happy with him because he's kept that spot, and he just adds that spark around the ruck. So look for them to be bouncing back and play some good footy. So there's, like I said, 3 reasons to go to the footy. It's going to be a big day. And Seth Paynes joined us and said, "G'day, Mabo. We should beat those Silvertails." Yes, they're our traditional rivals. We hate Manly. We hate a few sides, but Manly's right up there. We've got a long history against this mob, and we don't want to be getting beat by them. We do not want to be getting beat by them. So that's why, another reason, get out there and support your team. The boys want to see a massive crowd out there to support them, to cheer them on. It does help. It lifts the team. And like I said, there's a few things going on. Dardee had a look. We are $1.50 favourites. Well, there you go. So like Kempy said in his article, about a month ago, we were sitting at the bottom of the table with the worst defence and the worst differential. And now we haven't got any of those. We've climbed the ladder and we've turned things around. Pete Bennett's in there. He said, hi, Mavo. I do hope Damien, that's Damo, stays with the Rabbitohs. Week in, week out, he gives his best. Well, look, he is one of the guys that's just turned it around in the last 4 weeks. He's one of the reasons that we're going so well in the middle. You know, Jack Whiten coming in the halves with Cody. You know, Latrell has just been on fire, and Cookie. So the whole spine has been performing. On top of that, the forwards are going forward and giving us that go forward. And then we've got people like your Jacob Gaggais and, you know, Tane Milne and Richie Kenner who are really putting in for the team. And we want that to continue on Saturday night. We expect that to continue on Saturday night. It's going to be huge. Now, in another bit of news is the women's team that I went out and went to their training a week or two ago. They're having their first trial. The Harvey Norman New South Wales Women's Premiership squad will play their first trial game of the preseason against the Seagulls on Sunday, the 23rd of June at Narrabeen Sports Centre at 1 p.m. So that might be worth a trip up there to have a look. A squad of 32 players will rotate through a number of positions over 4 quarters of football as they prepare for the opening game of the season against the Central Coast Roosters on Saturday, the 6th of July. So, yes, another team for Bunnies TV to cover. And on top of that, now we've got another game coming up. And I'll just show you the graphic. It is Kerwin State High have come down, the 15s and 16s. So here it is here. The Kerwin Bears are coming down to play our boys. So our boys is a 15s and 16s team. So like a junior Bunnies team of all the junior players. And so is the Kerwin Bears. And I'm going to live stream that one on Thursday with Milo helping me out on the call. So that's going to be interesting. Seeing the stars of our junior teams, a live stream on Thursday. So 5 o'clock. If you can't get out there to Redfern to have a look, I'll be streaming it on Bunnies TV with Milo helping me out on the call. CJ Moxley's jumped in and he said, looking forward to seeing LeBlanc's debut. Yeah, well, so am I. And, you know, like I said, you heard JD say it there. There's a high opinion of this young fella. His mum and dad. I've got to meet Dad Ben and Mum Nat, and they've sort of come down from Queensland, and they're lovely people, and he's just such a great kid, and it's good to see someone that's put in the hard work. He's had a couple of injury worries. He had a serious problem not too long ago that he's shaken off, and it's great to see him back out there. And so there's some good stories coming through at the club. Thomas Fletcher's another one. He's had a horrible run with injuries, but starting in the second row for the Flag. So that's a reason to go early. Pack the thermos, a few sandwiches, go and watch the Bunnies at 3 o'clock in the Arvo. And it is a long Arvo, I know, but it's going to be worth it. And we've got Darren Finlay says, which team in your day did the team like beating the most? Well, had to be the Roosters. You know, we were always up for the Roosters games. And sort of around the time I was playing, we had them covered more often than not, which was great. Dardee said, great to see all 3 grades at the same ground, same day, like the good old days. Should be more of that. Let all the boys mix together and cheer. So, yeah, it used to be great. So that some of you older viewers and listeners will remember, we used to always have the 3 grades. I did say that on the Sunday show, and it's just, you know, you want to win 3 grades. And if, you know, everyone's talking about how we go in the lower grades and who's coming through, and you keep an eye on the ones coming through. So when you go on there all the time and seeing 3 grades, you get to see these players and go, oh, geez, he's killing it in second grade. He should be in first grade, and drop the other bloke back. So that's true. Albie Mangles has joined us, and he said, World Safari 2 showing now at South Juniors. Oh, there you go. The Juniors, Kingsford, proud supporters of us here on Bunnies TV. Thanks for the plug, mate. Now he's talking about a few things. There's been talk about DeBellin, Hunt, Mawali, Totola, and Mitchell, a fair front row rotation for 2025. So, yeah, well, JDB, Jack DeBellin, a few people were saying they're not keen. I mean, he's still a pretty good player. If we did get him, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. That's interesting. Yeah, so thank you to everyone who's live chatting. We're just going on YouTube today because while I sort out a few things with the StreamYard. We've still got the Bunnies TV hoodies. They're $25 on the website, and I've also got the I've still got the T-shirts. The T-shirts are, we've slashed the price on the T-shirts. They're $10 on the website. So you can buy them on there and I'll ship them out to you. Pay for postage. And we've got the dog leads for $20. And a few people have bought those and really happy with them. So proudly walk your dog as a Rabbitoh. $20 on the website. bunniestv.au. We're all the socials, Twitter, also known as X, here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and also on TikTok. Please subscribe if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to the channel. I know most of you have. It's cost you nothing, and that helps me out immensely. I'm on my way to 10,000 subscribers. So, yeah, I'd love to say that this channel has got that. Also, the new Instagram's pumping along quite nicely, Bunnies TV AU. We just mentioned the juniors group of clubs, proud supporters of us here at Bunnies TV. You're watching this on our George's camera, our Canon camcorder. We've also got SEQ IT Services now helping us out. And you heard Michelle Cheney at the start, and this is a new one, Global Mouse Travel, www.globalmousetravel.com. And if you're planning a trip to the US over to Disneyland or to Universal Studios, because I went there as a kid. It's a fantastic holiday to go on. And it's a trip of a lifetime. Everyone's got to do it at least once in their life. Speak to Michelle Cheney. Tell them Bunnies TV sent you, and she will look after you. There's also Disney cruises as well. We've still got the drone services too. If anyone needs a drone for a special event, let me know, and I'll sort you out. Like I said, we've got Captain's Run coming up. And Michelle just said a big no to DeBellin. So, okay, well, yeah, I know there is some history there. So, look, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we go there. I mean, yeah. And, yeah, the Captain's Run will be live on Friday. Look forward to that. I've got young Amani coming with me, the journalism student who's keen to learn some stuff. I was talking to Charmaine from Fox Sports and Sky News out there the other day. She's a reporter, and she's she's from Mackay, and she went to primary school with Dane Gagai, and she also knows Tass as well. So, and she was just there. We're just having a chat about a few different things. So, yeah, I might, if she's there on Friday, I might get my journalism student Amani to have a chat to her and get a few pointers about. Because she hosts the show on Fox Sports News on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And so, yeah, she's a good journo. Oh, and Michelle, she's put a super effect in there, and you can see it in the chat, those that are watching this on YouTube. $79.99. Now, thank you, Michelle. Please, no more donations from you. You've gone over your allotment, and I just want to, like I said, I don't want anything in return for promoting your business, but there it is again, Global Mouse Travel, and she's a legend, Michelle, and her brother's one of my best mates too, Bopper, so he's one of the nice guys of the world, and Mum Nola was in the intro, you might have noticed, sitting there next to Mick Tasker, and she's a champion too, so the whole Cheney family, love yous all, and there's a little dollar sign in the chat there where you can donate money, and it starts at a couple of bucks, but Michelle goes straight to the top tier, and that's the sort of person she is. She's a champion lady. She's always at the footy. If you're at the footy, Michelle, I'm going to come and see you and Mum and give you a kiss and a cuddle. Just another quick thing before I go. The bomber, my mate Hilton Thomas, passed away the other day. It was devastating. He's only a young fella, and anyone who knew him, he was just so full of life and just taken way too soon. Everyone around Coogee would have known the bomber. He was on the Garbo for years, and I've known him for a long, long time. And he loved the Rabbitohs. And when I heard about that the other day, I was devastated about that. So don't want to leave you on a sad note. So, but yeah, the Bunnies should win it for the bomber on Saturday. Super Saturday. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I'll let yous go. It's Team List Tuesday, and we'll be back on Friday. Tune in again then, and we'll get to have a look at young Liam in that 17. Congrats again. It's a good story. We love a debutant here on Bunnies TV, especially one that's worked hard and done his everything he can to get into this team. And it's a well-deserved debut, and he can play, this kid, so he might. He's got all the ability in the world. And Albie Mangle said, "Rip the bomber," and he also said, "See you, mate." So see you later. Up the mighty Rabbitohs, and 3 grades Saturday. Let's get it done.